Hi guys, welcome back. This is Factorio Vanilla episode 35 and I'm your host, Glitch. So, we're really coming quite close to the end of the game now. A couple of things we still need to make. We still need to make the actual rocket components and the launch pad. And in order to make the launch pad, we're going to need some concrete. So, concrete is made from iron ore, stone brick and water. We've already got stone brick on the bus. We've already got plenty of iron ore being delivered. And it's actually being stored in chests up here at the moment. So we could, if we wanted, set up concrete fairly easily, which I think is what we're going to do. So if I run along here somewhere, find out where the stone is coming onto the bus. Actually, the stone doesn't appear to be on here yet. Ah, there you go, the stone is going up here. So if we bring the stone along here instead to the water, and we can use that water there, we can then bring some iron ore in either from up there, or that might be a long way to bring the iron ore. We've got this patch of iron ore here that we're not really using, so we could use that instead. So first things first, our technology is going to finish. We've now finished working robot size 3. Let's go for a couple of speed boosts, just try and get the robots going as fast as they can as well, because that will help just with the beefing up how fast things move in the factory. But if I bring this down to here, and put this in, so what we're going to want to do is run the stone through and onto the bus on this side, and then we can just take it through and take it over to the edge where we want to actually make use of it. So in order to do that, we need to just fill in some of these gaps. There you go. No, that's going the wrong way. Oh, connecting correctly? No. What's going on there? That's better. So what were we doing? We were going to run this stone across here, weren't we? And of course there's always trees in the way. No matter what you do in Factorio, there are always trees in the way. So let's use our robots to clear a path. And that will probably do it. Yep, that comes along quite nicely. So we're going to need a water pump, which we need a little bit more iron in order to do. And we've been brought some belt at the same time. If we just grab some iron, make a water pump, and then we can get the whole thing running. So, actually, probably take it one further back. There. Because water pumps, wherever they've gone in here, there they are, can go straight into the side. Tell this to make concrete. Rotate it so the water will go in, and put in an inserter so got the stone going in, we're going to have iron ore coming in and concrete coming out. So we're going to want a provider chest, a requester chest, and let's tell the requester chest to request 100 iron ore seems reasonable. Now that, as soon as it's actually in logistics range, we'll actually do everything we need. Now we are being attacked somewhere. Where are we being attacked? Something's being damaged somewhere. Up here. So we probably want to reinforce that at some point because this has been just running on guns for the entire time we've been playing the game. And if they're starting to get a little bit nasty, we might want to go in and just take them out. In fact, we could take them out anyway. I'll run up there in a moment and do it. But what we were doing... Oh yeah, we were setting this up. So we need power for this. And we've got a few long inserters, or not long inserters. Large electric poles. Which don't quite reach. There you go. And let's put a couple of lights down here as well, just so we can see what's going on. So the other thing we're going to need is a roboport, so that we can actually have our logistics things in range. And that can actually go anywhere around here. Or it could go anywhere around here if we actually had some space and there weren't trees in the way. As I said, there are always trees in the way. So now that's done, let's limit this because we don't want to produce thousands of pieces of concrete, but that should be enough for now. So we've got water coming in, we've got stone coming in, and we've already got iron ore because it's already been delivered. There you go, that's plenty for us for now. So that's our concrete starting to be produced. While we're waiting for that, let's go take out these two bases because they're just going to annoy me otherwise if they are sending things. Okay, that was a little bit more than I was expecting. I keep forgetting that the fighters have evolved recently, and they are now a little bit more aggressive than they used to be. Nothing we can't handle though, so that's good to know. So give it a second for that one to die off, and let's take out this base up here as well, just so it's not going to trouble our oil production over here anymore. Nothing too much to worry about over here. And with that taken care of, let's just make sure that we've got some adequate protection for our oil, because the last thing we need at this point is to have to come defend it. There you go, that's reasonably well defended. We're almost entirely out of crude oil, which is not brilliant. That means that we're probably running quite low on these things. Yep, they're all down to 0.1 per second, so we might actually want to look at getting another oil field somewhere. But where can we go? Well, there's a nice one under there. Of course, it's right under a base. It's a good one over here as well, so we could grab that and pipe the oil in along our existing rail line. In fact, we could then connect the two networks up together that way. So we'll have to consider that depending on how much this works or doesn't work. So, okay, in the meantime, we've now got concrete being produced. We've got plenty of steel plate elsewhere. We've got we've got pipe, we've got processing units and electric units. So we could probably start to build a rocket silo at this point. So where would we want to put it? I think actually out here is a nice area because it's nice and clear. We can Got lots of space. I know it's in the way of where this furnace would be, so actually that's not the best of spaces. How about instead... I suppose if we clear this space, we could actually use this space for it. So we're going to put down a requester chest. We are going to build... No, we're not going to build an assembly machine 3 because we don't have the capacity to do so yet. The difference between assembly machine 1, 2 and 3 is assembly machine 1 can only produce items which require 2 ingredients, assembly machine 2 can produce items that require up to 4 ingredients, and assembly machine 3s, when we have them, can produce items requiring up to 6 ingredients, like the rocket silo. I think the rocket silo and the oil refinery are pretty much the only things in the vanilla game that actually require assembly level 3s to produce, which is a little bit ironic because you can't actually produce assembly machine level 3s until you've got your oil refineries. But anyway, leaving that aside for a second, what do we need to get this? Well, it's just the 3 sciences, so let's grab that. And we're already partway through it, so I must have been doing something with it and then swapped. But we'll leave that there for now. And as soon as we can, we will come back and fill that back in. So let's just find out why we have stopped. We've stopped because we've run out of red circuits, and we've run out of red circuits because... probably because we've got no plastic still. Yeah, all of our plastic has been converted. So we probably do have to look at getting another plant or another lot of oil coming in from somewhere. So I think let's go oust these aliens. We can steal this oil and pipe it across. We've got enough rail to do it, yep. Do we have enough iron in case we want to make more pipes and things? We've got some pipes already. We should be okay. I know what we're going to need. We're going to need some steel. We've got some steel there, that's fine. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a bit more. So we're being attacked somewhere. Ah, it's over on this wall again. So I'm guessing that some of those biter bases have just crept slightly back into range. Well, that's okay, we can take care of those. So we're going to have a problem here because I want to run these across there, and obviously that means clipping just the top of these. So I might have to do a little bit of fun things. Well, I suppose some of them can remove straight away because that one's finished with. And our inventory is full. Is there anything we can drop or get rid of? Yeah, we don't need the logs. So that... is that going to be in the way still? Yes, it is. That's a little bit frustrating. Okay, so what we might have to do then is just go around that for now, then come back and replace this afterwards. So I've just put that down as a marker so I can actually see where things should go and keep the line straight. And then let the robots try and catch up a little bit with this. So that brings us roughly close enough that we want to get the flamer out. As soon as I can actually get through the forest somehow. Now it's a good thing that you can't set oil patches on fire, because otherwise half our oil would be burning right now. So by the looks of it, yeah, a lot of our oil is under this forest by here. So let's just tell the drones, clear this area. Of course my inventory is going to complain at me in a moment and tell me I've got no storage space left, so let's put a chest down somewhere and start dumping wood into there. So something I can do again, which I really should keep remembering to do, is I can swap these over and use the roboport rather than the shield, and that should make things a little bit quicker again. So there you go, we've now cleared that forest. We can put down our... I can't find them, where they've gone. I know they're in here somewhere. There they are. We can put down our pump jacks and hook us up in a moment. I suspect there's still a few... Yep, there's more into the forest that we need to clear. So once again, just keep jettisoning stuff in there. Dump that as well for a moment, and that just gives me some inventory space to play with. And it's getting dark again, so really should bring some way of lighting this with me as well. I think we've run out of lights. Or we can craft a few, so let's get some while we can. But for the next few minutes, you'll just have to bear with me as I work by torchlight. I think that's probably all of these. No, there's a few by there maybe. Oh yeah, I see them. Which means I need to clear out this bit as well. And then there's a couple up here I've missed. So is that all of them? Nope, there's another 3 further up. So that's actually a fairly well-sized oil field. So the next thing now is just to set all the pipes and everything so everything will connect up to them. And I've just used all my iron plate making lights, which means I don't have the iron plate I need anymore to actually make the pipes. Well done. So is there any... Oh, actually, that's quite useful. I can resupply from this temporarily. Do I have any way of powering that, though? No. So, okay, forget that then. Let's run right the way back along. I suppose it gives me a chance to fill in some of these gaps at the same time. So something I can do while I'm down here is I can just set up a furnace and steal some of this steal some of this iron ore, stick it in the furnace by here for a moment, and just do a quick and dirty grab with some iron to make, what was I trying to make? I've forgotten now. I was trying to make something to be used over there. Pipes, that's what it was. In fact, as I'm going to need a few of them, and Factorio is all about automation, let's automate the process just for a few minutes. There you go. So this will now grab the oil, turn it into plate, turn it into pipe, and make it ready for me to grab. So I'll come back to that in a moment and grab what else I need. That one is finished with, that's good, but it's still these 5 I need to actually finish with so I can run this in a straight line across. And yes, I know I could just ignore the fact that there's oil there and... So the drones are just filling in little bits along the way, and obviously they are struggling to catch up with me a little bit as well. Looks like we really are short on plastic because this hasn't progressed much at all, but hopefully this will fix a lot of that by bringing in more plastic all over the place, or bringing in more oil to be turned into plastic all over the place. Let's try and arrange these in a moment so they can actually be a bit more space efficient. That's probably about the best I'm going to do with it. So what can I do now? This is starting to come together. So I think that's joined to that, joined to these will join together, those are joined together, those join together. So I still need to hook these three to this, and then this slot up to wherever it is over there. So I'm probably going to need a little bit more iron pipe for that. Well, it looks like these have expired as well, so I can grab those. And that one. There you go, that's probably enough then, so I'll take that inserter out so that what's left in there will finish working through, and then I can pick those up before I leave. So I think what we're going to end up doing is just finishing these last bits up and linking them together, and we'll call the episode at that point, because there's not much more I can do right this second. So where does that need to link up to? And that can come across from there. Yeah, so I think we're going to call the episode there. I've been your host, Glitch. This is Factorio Vanilla. We've just finished our new oil outbase, and I will see you next time.